Hi there, and welcome to She Spice. Yet again, it seems like Oprah Winfrey has ended up tangled in the Dolly Adventure, and there are a wide range of upsetting claims whirling around Oprah's association with Diddy. Currently, nobody's around here saying Oprah was popping bottles at Diddy's oddity off parties, yet there's this weighty haze of doubt looming over her, and word on the road is that she could have been choosing not to see and empowering Diddy's tricks, as well as an entire pack of other big cheeses in the business. Also, we're discussing any semblance between Harvey Weinstein and Diddy's close buddy. Russell Simmons' Diddy was a visitor on Oprah's show on various occasions, and they appear to be very close. I mean, would Diddy hang on Oprah's leg like this, assuming that they are simply easygoing colleagues presently? Quick forward to the present, and with this soil about Diddy's gatherings at long last rising to the surface, people are requiring another glance at his relationship with Oprah. Some are, in any event, digging old admonitions from, in all honesty, Diddy's chief foe, 50 Penny. Obviously, 50 was dropping clues about Oprah way before this wreck detonated as much as he did with Diddy, so here's the central issue. What's the genuine article about Oprah and Diddy? Might it at any point be that she knew about his supposed wrongdoings from the beginning, assuming the role of a casualty advocate in the general population, while choosing to disregard all the detestable happenings in the business? We should stall down paranoid fear. Sir Internet guaranteeing that Oprah had been captured regarding an asserted dealing ring, and that her home had been struck Oprah's name, is getting out and about via virtual entertainment once more. Yet this time, it's not for her book club suggestions or enabling meetings. This time, it's for something really vile, and fans online are asking why Oprah's association with Diddy and other strong industry men is being pushed away from view other than her evident companionship with Diddy. Oprah was close with any semblance of Harvey Weinstein and Russell Simmons, and we should not disregard the visitors she's had on her show throughout the long term, like the Brazilian profound healer John of God, who ended up being a genuine bad dream with a clothing rundown of wrongdoings that landed him an incredible 118-year jail sentence. Oprah Winfrey and her boyfriend, the man in this photograph, made the statement, John of God. Oprah advanced him as a miracle healer. This man kept women fastened to impregnate so he could sell their children for organs. So you have Oprah hobnobbing with this large number of men who later get rammed with allegations going from dreadful ways of behaving to out-and-out criminal demonstrations. Sufficiently, it's to make you raise an eyebrow or two, but it appears as though Oprah's associations and her foundation aren't getting a similar degree of examination as those she connects with. To be clear, Oprah hasn't been authoritatively blamed for any crook acts yet. We can't neglect the way that she has a long history of being companions for certain horrendous individuals who were tracked down blameworthy in the courtroom of disgusting violations. But Oprah didn't avoid blaming everything on individuals like Michael Jackson, despite the fact that MJ was never viewed as at fault for anything. Even individuals from the Jackson family have blamed Oprah for slighting MJ after he kicked the bucket and taking advantage of his name for "Sees You Realize I Was There," and she was discussing the way in which Michael was distort. Nobody comprehended Michael, and we were attempting to get the genuine Michael. So I figure in an as it were Oprah will express out loud whatever Oprah needs to say to get the meeting, and afterward a modest bunch of bold celebs have gone above and beyond and openly blamed Oprah for concealing from men like Harvey Weinstein and Russell Simmons. Take entertainer Rosamund Wan, for instance, who asserted that Oprah is surprisingly phony and alluded to her as a reptile. Rose tweeted, "I'm happy more seeing the cold, hard reality of Oprah. I wish she were genuine, yet she isn't." From being buddies with Weinstein to leaving and obliterating Russell Simmons' casualties, she is tied in with supporting a debilitated power structure for individual increase. She is a surprisingly phony reptile, and afterward, vocalist Seal followed suit and claimed that Oprah had a lot of experience with her companion Harvey Weinstein's violations and never really cautioned potential casualties. Seal imparted a photograph of Oprah to Harvey Weinstein on Instagram with a message: "When you have been a contributor to the issue for a really long time, yet unexpectedly, they all think you are the arrangement," and in the subtitle Seal composed "Gracious I neglected that is correct you'd heard the reports yet you had no clue he was quite youthful star, looked at entertainers who thusly had no clue about the thing they were getting into my terrible hypocritical Hollywood, and afterward, obviously that Ree's Diddy foe number 150 Penny, who's been reliably getting down on Oprah's obscurity for quite a long time, 50 even asserted that Oprah has a plan against people of color, with the exception of the individuals who are purportedly essential for a similar Illuminati circle, as she is supposed to have a place. 50 even once alluded to Oprah as an Oreo, saying she's just ostensibly dark, yet deep down lined up with the white viewpoint. Yet not only 50 feel as such about Oprah. Sneak Homeboy offered comparative remarks about Oprah and her best friend. Gail Lord after Gail made a few rude claims about the late Kobe Bryant. Only weeks after Kobe passed on back in January 2020, Gail was talking with Kobe's lamenting companion and previous b-ball player Lisa Leslie when she chose to raise Kobe's previous charges. It's not confounded for me by any means, regardless of whether there's a couple of times that we've been at a club simultaneously. Kobe's not the sort of fellow never been similar to you realize. Lee, go get that young lady, or tell her or send her this. I have other NBA companions that resemble that Kobe's. He was never similar to that. I simply never have at any point seen him being the sort of individual that would be effectively abuse a lady, or be forceful in like that, and keeping in mind that Lisa said she, by and by, never saw Kobe doing anything unseemly. Gail apparently attempted to make her blameworthy, calling attention to that. Since she never saw it, doesn't mean Kobe was better than conduct Lisa. You wouldn't see it, however, this companion, you wouldn't see it, and that is conceivable. Mom, it's that I simply don't. I don't accept that, and I'm not making statements that didn't occur. I don't really accept that things haven't occurred with power yet. Where was this energy for Oprah and her kinship with Harvey Weinstein? Oprah and Harvey were companions for quite a long time, but we should accept that Oprah never saw or heard anything until Harvey was freely uncovered. Yet we get this after Gail gets reactionary for disregarding Kobe and his family. Oprah had the dauntlessness to paint Gail as the person in question, and she even took out the waterworks, attempting to get individuals to feel frustrated about Gail. I think the most recent 24 hours for your closest companion have been quite troublesome after that meeting with Lisa Lazy about Kobe, and I just pondered exactly how she's doing, and she is struggling. May I say she isn't? She is struggling in light of the fact that she has now demise, dangers, and needs to now go with security, and, she's inclination, especially went after, and this was the straw that broke the camel's back for Sneak Home Slice, who went off on both Oprah and Gail, calling it neon to how these two possibly care about the casualties when the supposed culprit isn't one of their mates. Sneak originally posted this photograph of Gail and Harvey Weinstein with the caption we hold up. Gail, when is that interview going to air? And afterward, Sneak posted a photograph of Oprah and Harvey composing Did That Phony Michael Jackson is to discolor his name with them lying children. And here she is with a known rest grinning and snickering. Yet Sneak didn't stop there. He likewise jumped on it. G lived to share a couple of decision words about Oprah and Gail. You ain't coming after Harvey Weinstein asking them douchebag inquiries. I become ill of you. All I need to call you. One is okay, assuming that I call her one out of control canine-headed. How might you venture to attempt to discolor my mom homeboy notoriety punk mother? By the way, when they got some information about Gail posing that Kobe inquiry, he said he was befuddled, and afterward, he brought up that Oprah pulled a comparative move with Michael Jackson after he passed. I said I failed to see what the objective is by then, cuz she know how go affects the real mentor simultaneously, like they understood what Michael Jackson me yet in the event that someone I don't have the foggiest idea what you're attempting to do when the men are dead. And afterward, 50 dropped a really captivating remark, and he fundamentally predicted that Oprah and Gail's sketchy activities would ultimately prompt them losing every one of their allies. They will continue to play with individuals that not here, and it's going to them over, in light of the fact that individuals going to begin dislike them, ext in a serious manner, for doing that cuz it's simply not the proper thing to do. So now that Oprah's supposed connections to Diddy are under a magnifying glass, fans are contemplating whether Oprah will remain quiet or, on the other hand, assuming that she'll hold on until Diddy is secured to begin standing up on the grounds that see when Oprah did that. Unique with McCall Jackson's informers, she guaranteed she needed to uncover the example of these kinds of wrongdoings in wholehood, so I had a ton of hateration. Yet I additionally, when I previously saw the T-narrative, I understood that a many individuals will get set off, will be set off by watching it, and that a many individuals won't comprehend what the example is cuz I had completed 217 shows attempting to get individuals to comprehend that it's really not necessary to focus on one individual, that it is about the example, it is about the temptation, and subscribe She Spice For more videos,